Hello, today's Handyman Land video is going to be about putting in posts and building a custom fence for your property. Now, we already started this job. I should have started recording from the beginning, but I'll just give you an idea of what we've done so far. So we tied the string on the back end like so, and you go all the way towards the end and just make sure that your string is touching on the back of each post. Let me show you from a distance so you can see how straight all these posts are. Same thing on this side when we're turning. This is what I anchored it down with. These stakes, I got them for Harbor Freight. I believe it's like 5 for like $6. Well worth it. So here I started the new hole. So to put a post in, you got to go 2 feet down. So I'm taking my time because I'm not sure if the drain line that's on this side, you can see the drain line there. I'm not sure if it's running on the 90 and coming this way to the drain down the street. So just, you want to be careful, take your time. So here I'm going to put a post in this corner because there's going to be a fence running across right here to close off this area. So I'm going to put a post close to the wall here. We're going to dig about 12 inches all the way around and 2 feet deep. Now I just want to show you the auger that I use, that I connect to my drill. I prefer using these smaller augers when there's a lot of trees nearby. Those big gas augers, I've seen a lot of people get injured because they're too powerful, and you hit a root underground, you just twist with the whole thing. So here's why I don't like using those gas augers. You never know what you're gonna find. Here's a piece of terracotta pipe that was in the exact area that I needed to dig. So it probably, once upon a time, this is an old house, this probably was for the rain gutters. And when they switched them out to cast iron, they just left all the pieces of terracotta on the ground. You can see I have another piece here. So if you use those gas augers, you can twist your wrists and get thrown with them. Now here's my post level. So you want to ensure that both sides are leveled, and there you just can't go wrong. It's good to have 2 people, one person to pour the bag of cement in the hole, while the other one keeps their eye on the level, ensuring that it didn't move 1/4 of an inch. Here's the fast set cement that I use when putting in the post. Now when you rip open the bag and you pour the bag in, you want to add 2.5 to 3 quarts of water per 50-pound bag. And just wait till it gets hard. It'll get hard within minutes. And after that, just pour your soil back in your hole, tamp it down, you should be good to go. So to get your center of your 2x4, instead of doing all the math, just put your tape, tilt it to the 4-inch, mark it at your 2-inch, and that's your center. You always want to put your nails in first, then put your battery. So now we got our jam out, got some new nails in there. Press inward, let it charge. There's your nail. So the next step is to cut all my 2x2s that I nailed on the side of the 4x4s, cut them all off. So right now I'm going to paint my post. Now this is exterior paint. You purchase this at Lowe's. This is a flat one. Then you just choose what color you want and they hook it up for you. Simple as that. So one important thing you want to make sure you don't do, you don't want to get any paint on the grass. I'm just kidding. You can get all the paint on the grass that you want to get. I'm pretty sure the birds and squirrels won't mind. Now all my posts are painted. Take a good look. I like this black. So yeah, there you go. So you want to paint all your posts first before you start putting the rest of the fence up. Just makes it much easier to paint. Now here's the label. if you're interested in purchasing this particular black. I assume that's the part number right there, but I like it. I should have purchased the whole gallon, but I wasn't sure how this product was going to look. But since I like it, the next one's going to be a whole gallon. There goes my buddy, the groundhog. Just tearing up my backyard. I'm just glad the weather held up today. Here's the stain and sealer I'll be using for this project. I laid out all my boards on the 30 by 50 tarp so I could paint everything all in one shot. I'll be using my Mr. Long Arm so I don't have to bend over. I should knock this out pretty soon. Before I start the staining, I'm going to sand down all these markings, which it'll take only seconds. So here's how it's looking. It's looking good. I just have to do the opposite side, then I'll be done. Okay, this is day 2. Just want to let you know what happened. The Weather Channel told me it was going to rain with thunderstorms. So I just want to give a shout out to the Weather Channel for getting it so wrong. I, late last night, unloaded the whole truck, got everything in there, put a tarp on top, lost about 100 calories. This morning now it's sunny and I'm sweating to unload this truck again and lay everything out back on the grass, well, on this tarp. Thank you for getting the weather so wrong. I needed to lose the extra weight. Now, before I start, I'm gonna do the same thing in the beginning. I'm gonna sand these prints down, and where I didn't record, but I did hit the sides with a brush, so it left thick spots like this, which with the sander I'll get that off real quick just to show you the difference side by side. So they're looking really nice. Let's get started. Today is 4th of July, and I'm spending it doing the things that I love to do, playing with wood. We started a little late today. It's already noon, but let's get to it. Now, for the boards, we're going to do a spacing of 5/16. I cut this out and and that's going to be our template. Just want to show you how I'm doing the top part. Put my level, I clamp it, level it, put one nail on the end, then you adjust it up and down on this side. Here's how it's coming out. As for my bottom pieces, I'm measuring towards the end where the ground is rising up. Take my measurement, I cut it with a circular saw. So now I have 3 sections up. Now for the others, I need to level them off. It's higher than 6 feet here, and I'm trying to keep it at 6 feet all the way by code. So to level this, I purchased these small little levels. They go on a string. You can see them. Purchased this at Lowe's for about $3 and change. Well, I'm done for the day. It's not bad for starting late in the day. This is about 5 hours of work. But packed up the tools before it gets too dark. And here's how it's looking. I'm happy with the color. I'm happy with the style. To be continued for now. And I'm cracking open a beer and then going to bed. Don't chase the deer, Summer. Be nice. They're not bothering us. Well, today the weather held up, and I'm going to do this side now. I'm taking a different approach on this one. I'm going to hang these up and then stain it to see what's the difference. Do I actually save time by staining everything at once, I'll let you know. Now here's how it's looking. It's looking good. So I'm going to now put some centerpieces in between each one just for some support, and staining tomorrow for this side. Okay, I'm here today now to do some sanding, getting rid of these markings on both sides. Couldn't do it yesterday because it was raining. So, not a big fan of this roller that I purchased here. It was at Lowe's, it was something new that they had, and I said, let me give it a try, but never again. It doesn't lay down the paint evenly. It's like, it's all over the place, with big globs over here and there. I think I'll just continue sticking with my pearly ones instead. And just so you know, this brush here, this is a Harbor Freight brush. I think it was less than $2. After I'm done here, I'll just toss it out. You don't need a real fancy brush for this, because this isn't like indoor furniture. Typically, I would use pearly brushes, but for this, I'll just use a disposable one. Well, I'm done for the day. Came out good. Happy with it. Here's the other side. So I'm getting there. Tomorrow I'll be putting the center braces just to brace all of them together. As you can see, some of them are starting to warp, but it's coming out pretty good. I'm done for the day because I am starving. Let me get something to eat. Let's take a sneak peek what's in the oven. Oh yeah. Oh, me likey. I guess you smell that too, huh? You want some? Well, it's a beautiful day to do some work. Well, my buddy came outside to give me a hand, and we're gonna cut this wood today and try to finish our fence. So today's the day I put my centerpieces in, and I will just measure every single one and mark the center of each one before I start. So I have to figure out which ones go where now, because they're all different sizes, and due to the landscape not being leveled. So what I have to do is figure out which ones go where, because I got them mixed up now during the painting process. I centered this at 2 inches. Then I make my mark on this side. What I'm doing is I'm gonna clamp it in place, get my level, make sure it's nice and leveled. Once I have it leveled, I'll put in 1 screw and make sure it's nice and flushed at the top. Then the ones that are close, you see the difference right here? It's already warping because I took too long to do this part, but it's okay. We're just gonna pry it close to each other and get them all nice and connected. In case you were wondering what screws I was using, Power Pro Engineering Performance exterior. Now for when the boards are so far away, to bring them closer to me, what I use is this little fancy tool. If you've seen my video on the trampoline came with this little tool to pull the springs in place. Well, I'll be using it today to pull these planks up against my 1x4. So here you go. One final view. This is the one side, and then let's see the other side. So it came out beautiful. I believe I found a Pokemon. I've never seen that before. If you know what it is, let me know. So that's my DIY fencing video for you. I love the stain. The cutter just is perfect. The 4x4s, painting them at this black with these are the pieces. I don't know if you remember in the beginning of the video, the 2x4s that I cut straight down the middle. That's what's holding the planks on the opposite side. This fence, it didn't take long to build. It's pretty simple, but you might need a little bit of help to put this fence together. I've gotten a lot of comments on where did I get these metal 4x4s, or are they metal sleeves? Yeah, so from a distance they do look like they're metal, but they're not. They're just regular pressure treated 4x4s. Thank you for watching another Handyman Land video. Like and subscribe, hit that bell icon, and I'll continue making more DIY projects like this. Thank you for watching. See you soon.